puppy, burqa of secularism, Hindu nationalism, English should be removed, and so on and so forth. I mean, I think I'm dreading from RJD as RJD spokesperson that what shall be the next agenda from that particular party.
UPA ally, UPA supporter, UPA ally on national television criticizing this is very significant. I go to Mr. Adib. Mr. Adib and Hassan Johar, you're the only two members who are, and by the way, I must say that you're all very disciplined panelists because I thought it'd be open session, would be an open round. But Mr. Adib, what's the hypocrisy here? Mr. Adib, Mr. Abid Rasul Khan, my question is to you. No, Mr. Abid Rasul Khan. Mr. Abid Rasul Khan, Salman Khurshid says one thing as foreign minister and Congress MPs do one thing as individual MPs.
Abid Rasul Khan. I would like to make it very clear that what letter, I'm responding to it. Let me respond. What I would like to say is the Muslims of India, or the minorities, Christians and Muslims together, really don't care whether the visa is granted or not granted. It really doesn't matter to us. But the fact remains that he has been denied a visa on human rights violations. The fact also remains that they have their national president going specially to USA to lobby for the visa. Now the second question is, if they are successful in lobbying, then they will go to European Union, where also the visas have been denied and there is a case booked on human rights violations.
So why did the Ministry of External Affairs, call the US deputy?
He's telling a lie.
Got a chance. I'm completing.
Yeah, I'm asking a counter question to you.
No, you're making a wrong statement, Mr. Rasul Khan.
Let me complete. No, absolutely not, Meenakshi ji. Let me complete. I heard you patiently. Later on, you can retort to me. There's nothing like that. I'm making what facts here. And then its fact remains that their own chief minister in Bhopal doesn't want to put
I will answer you.
Unfortunately or fortunately, we have that man as a chief minister, so that doesn't mean that we
then
have
my
to
question to you is,
go down and listen to whatever he says.
One minute. Mr. Abid Rasul Khan, my question is to you and to Hassan Johar. I want to ask you, Mr. Abid Rasul Khan, will your government, will your party, or will you write a letter to Obama saying that Mr. Yasin Malik carries out several activities against the nation, takes a position which is very anti-Indian on several issues, right? Goes and sits on a hunger strike with suspect people with terror links with Hafiz Saeed in Islamabad, and will you therefore say to Obama, why don't you say, don't give Yasin Malik a visa? Will you say that?
And the statement is, I'm telling you, the statement, what I'm talking is my own statement.
I am asking you a question. I'm
coming to that. Let me answer. The fact is, I will never write a letter to US promoting anybody or demoting anybody. But it really doesn't matter if tomorrow US...
don't dodge it. Don't dodge the question. Don't dodge the question. I am asking you...
I'm not dodging the question. I'm saying I will not espionage the cause of either Yasin Malik or Mr. Modi or anybody else. It's them. They have to answer it. Why?
No, because you are celebrating Modi not getting a visa. Are you happy with Yasin Malik getting a visa?
I'm not celebrating. I'm saying it's a fact that the whole world knows that he has violated the human rights, and where all you.
What about Yasin Malik?
Are you
just as a case in point?
USA? Are you? Yes. If he has done wrong, he is also in the same boat.
So you don't think he's done wrong? You have any doubt about it?
Complete. And then you are going to lobby all over the European Union to get a visa for him, and you are going to get MPs paid.
Then what was your government doing? Then what was your government doing? It was putting up a cosmetic show for the cameras when the US Deputy Chief of Mission Robert Blake was called to lodge a protest. You were play acting. You didn't mean it. You didn't mean it. You call the Americans to lodge a protest.
I'm telling you clearly, we don't call the Americans to lodge a protest. We don't call the Americans to deny a visa.
Of course you call the Americans to lodge a protest. It's a recorded fact that you call the Americans to lodge a protest. It is not wrong.
Totally wrong.
It is not wrong.
Recorded fact. I am not privy to that fact.
It is not. I'll tell you. No,
I'll tell you. My point is very clear.
No.
My point, Modi is a liability to BJP also today.
You need to decide whether your government has a position, whether the country has a position, Congress party has a position, and let me tell you, sir, you're completely wrong, because my record is that the US Deputy Chief Chief of Mission, Robert Blake, met the then Foreign Secretary Sham Saran for 30 minutes and explained the reasons for the decision for not granting a visa. And that protest was officially communicated. I'm not making up the facts here, sir. I make up no facts on the news hour tonight. Factually, I'm not wrong on that. So you stand corrected, not me there, sir. And I take the question to Hassan Johar. Hassan Johar, do you believe Manoj Jha is right when he says, despite being a UPA supporter, he's embarrassed about what has been done? About this letter. I'm coming to you, Meenakshi Lekhi. Yeah. Hassan Johar.
Well, thank you, and I'm the last one to appear in the first round. This debate has some bearing with what was discussed yesterday, how I wish I was here yesterday as well. Thank you for taking me in. I hope the lady who counsels patience has the patience to allow me
Meenakshi Lekhi is her name. Yes, please, go ahead.
Number one, if it is not proper for 65 members of parliament to appeal to a sovereign head not to grant visa, it's equally improper for the head of a national political party to appeal for a visa for a person whom visa has been revoked. And kindly remember that it's not just a diplomatic visa that has been revoked, it's even the ordinary tourist visa that has been revoked under their law. Our national party president seems to interfere with the due process of a foreign country in appealing to them to revoke the visa denial. Number two, some people have raised, perhaps the diplomat has questioned the propriety of this. Well, if due process of law were prevailing, this gentleman would have been behind the bars. Since propriety did not prevail, pressure must work. So I don't see much wrong in the parliamentarians appealing for continuing the visa ban. I will finish this and then...
No.
One more.
No, there are responses coming.
This gentleman has subverted... May I complete? This gentleman has subverted due process of law in the name of an elected chief minister. How long can he have the rope? How long can he get away?
Sir, have you got not three responses?
Conditions, I deny that conditions have not changed. Conditions have changed. Between 2005 and now, conditions have changed significantly, with ministers going to jail, cops going to jail, several released on bail. A lot of more incriminating evidence has emerged against Mr. Modi, his culpability and connivance.
Well, that's a fairly subjective point of view. We're getting three reactions. Meenakshi Lekhi wants to respond, Janarayan Vyas. But I'd first go to G. Parthasarathy because I began the round with him.
Answer these two people.
Meenakshi, I'll come to you, but I just want G. Parthasarathy to respond first because he responded to him as well. And then after that, straight I'm coming to you. I want to remind you that the MEA spokesperson after the meeting with Robert Blake had said that the US action, and I quote, displays lack of courtesy and sensitivity towards a constitutionally elected Chief Minister of a state of India. If that is the view of the government of India, why do 65 MPs not believe in that view? That's our debate tonight. Mr. Parthasarathy, Mr. Hassan Johar directly responded to you and your point which you made at the start.
Let me say that I have served in government under every Prime Minister from Jawaharlal Nehru to Atal Bihari Vajpayee. We conducted diplomacy with decorum. We did not wash our dirty linen in public abroad. As a diplomat, I was not required to speak against opposition parties, and I wouldn't have done it in any case. That is the tradition of our democracy. Now, in this particular case, you have a chief minister against whom allegations have been made, but no charges have been framed, and he has been given exonerated by an investigative team appointed and monitored by the Supreme Court. Now, I'm not saying he's innocent or he's guilty. That's beyond my purview. But the fact is, this is the fact. Now, you have 162 members of parliament facing criminal charges. In court. Are you going to say they should be denied visas? I would think not. I would think they have a right to a fair trial. I would think they have a right to be convicted. So, let us not undermine our judicial processes by saying that in this particular case, the judicial process has been done. I hold the Supreme Court of India in too great respect. So let us not play politics. I also agree that it is not appropriate for political leaders to appeal for visas publicly. You want to discuss it and express your displeasure? Do so. But please maintain national dignity. We are the largest democracy in the world. And let us not do ourselves a disservice by washing our dirty linen in foreign shores.
Meenakshi Lekhi wanted to come in, but Meenakshi Lekhi, we want to respond now. I have a simple question here as a follow-up to what Mr. Parthasarathy said, and my question is on whether it's political. Mohammad Adib and Ali Anwar Ansari, let me ask you here today, the Americans denied Modi a visa in 2005. Ansari ji ने कहा कि मैंने चिट्ठी लिखा 2012 में. अब वो चिट्ठी तो मैंने देखी नहीं है, क्योंकि आप कह रहे हैं आपने चिट्ठी लिखा जब आप सरकार चला रहे थे बीजेपी के साथ. वो अजीब बात है. इट्स अ स्ट्रेंज थिंग, बट एनीवे आई विल बिलीव यू ऑन दैट. माय क्वेश्चन इज, नवंबर 2012 को आपको याद आया चिट्ठी लिखना, गुजरात के इलेक्शन के 2-3 हफ्ते पहले. यानी कि जो चिट्ठी आपकी थी, जो आपने 7 साल बाद लिखी, वो तो पॉलिटिकल चिट्ठी है. अंसारी जी और अदीब जी, इट्स अ पॉलिटिकल लेटर यू सेड बिकॉज यू वोक अप इन नवंबर 2012.
देखिए, उस समय जो हम लोगों ने चिट्ठी लिखी, उस समय भी प्रेस को रिलीज किया था.
नहीं, आपने
अब तो
7 साल तक नहीं लिखी.
आपकी बात है. और जहां तक हमारी बात है कि हम उस समय भी मोदी के खिलाफ थे. मोदी के खिलाफ
सरकार चला रहे थे बीजेपी के साथ.
मोदी जी को हम लोगों ने अपने यहाँ आने नहीं दिया. तो हमारा स्टैंड तो जो पहले था वो आज है.
नहीं, आप
मोदी जी का सवाल है.
ओके, वन सेकंड.
और फिर हमने कहा कि ये सवाल पार्थसारथी जी जो कर रहे हैं, ये सवाल ठीक ही कर रहे हैं ना. ये सवाल तो राजनाथ सिंह जी से पूछा जाना चाहिए.
मीनाक्षी लेखी आ रही. नहीं, एक मिनट,
दीजिए वीजा या नहीं दीजिए. हम लोग पूछ रहे हैं उस सरकार से कि आपका स्टैंड क्या चेंज हुआ. ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशन के बुनियाद पर आपने उनको वीजा नहीं दिया. क्या हुआ?
आपको ये
ह्यूमन राइट्स का ऑनर कर रहे हैं आप.
ह्यूमन राइट्स आप देख नहीं सकते थे. ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशन के बारे में 7 साल बाद आपको याद आई ह्यूमन राइट्स वायलेशंस. मीनाक्षी लेखी इज रिस्पोंडिंग टू यू. मीनाक्षी लेखी, यस प्लीज गो अहेड. मीनाक्षी लेखी,
You see, सबसे पहले तो मैं इनकी बात का जवाब दे दूं कि 2002 में अगर नीतीश कुमार सही तरीके से काम करते, रेल मंत्री का आरपीएफ सही तरीके से पोस्ट होती, तो गोधरा में 2 ट्रेन के डब्बे नहीं जलते. और अगर ये रिजाइन कर देते तो कम से कम लोगों का जो गुस्सा है वो ठंडा हो जाता, जो नहीं हुआ. और जो लोग ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशन की बात कर रहे हैं, उनको जरा 2012 का इतिहास पता होना चाहिए. जिस तरीके से असम के अंदर दंगे हुए, और क्या गोगोई को या प्रधानमंत्री को ये रिस्पॉन्सिबल समझते हैं? आप चुप रहिए जब मैं बोलूं. 1980 के अंदर मुरादाबाद के अंदर दंगे हुए, और उसमें कांग्रेस पार्टी के लोग शामिल थे जिन्होंने ईदगाह में घुसकर मुसलमानों को मारा. आज आप उनकी बगल में बैठे हैं. 1986 के मेरठ और इनके साथ जाके आप बैठे. भागलपुर के दंगे आप भूल चुके हैं. ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशन, अगर 84 में सिखों को मारा, उनके ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशन आपको याद नहीं है? अगर ह्यूमन राइट वायलेशन का हिस्सा है तो सबसे बड़ी दंगेबाज सांप्रदायिक इस देश के अंदर कांग्रेस पार्टी है. किसी कांग्रेसी को वीजा नहीं मिलना चाहिए. और मोहम्मद अदीब से मेरा एक प्रश्न है. आई हैव अ सिंपल क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम मिस्टर मोहम्मद अदीब. हाउ डिड ही डिफेंड मिस्टर ओवैसी?
I am allowing Abid Rasool Khan.
Andhra Pradesh should be dismissed.
I am allowing Abid Rasool Khan to respond. Abid Rasool Khan is responding to you.
So much for secularism.
You listen to him.
From Mr. Abid Rasool, one more question. MIM, UDF, Muslim League are their partners in alliance. How are you a secular party?
Your whole people, they are saying it is dirty linen being washed.
Oh, you have no answer to my argument, Mr. Rasool Khan.
What are you going to wash out? No, I'm coming.
Oh, forget, dirty linen is, Congress party is dirty. It is the most unsecular party in this country. It's the communal party of India.
Gujarat is the only state where you have...
You've forgotten human rights violation?
It is the only
human right. Oh, I'm sorry. Post that 2012 in Assam. Nelly.
It is the only
worst rights in Congress regime.
State to this thing by Supreme Court. What are you talking? And it is the only place where the Chief Minister has been denied visa, not only by US, but by the
Mr. Rasool Khan, that is a tragedy. So you don't believe the Supreme Court, you don't believe NHRC in your country.
So you believe your Prime Minister?
You want to go to USA where Teesta gets funded.
One second. Gentlemen, I'm asking Abid Rasool Khan a question tonight because he's the only congressman on the panel and he must take my question. And Abid Rasul Khan, my question to you tonight is please remember, for all that you say, I will now quote to you what your Prime Minister said. And your Prime Minister said that this is not, and my question to you is at the end of it, please think about it. My question to you, which I'm putting before the court, is this: